Hey, good morning. I guess tinnitus was sort of in the news recently because of that Jane's Addiction concert where the lead singer, um, Perry Ferrell, got in a fight or a scuffle with Dave Navarro. I guess he had been having a sore throat and he suffers from tinnitus, which I guess is really bothersome to him. And I can only imagine if you're the lead singer in a rock and roll band that's always making a lot of loud noise, how difficult that must be to keep doing your job when you have tinnitus, and maybe that loud noise makes it worse. So I'm sure I would expect he wears earplugs, but I guess the crowd complains that they can't hear him because he has a sore throat. So they're probably trying to make the volume louder, and I can only imagine what he went through. But yeah, just checking in here. Here in Los Angeles, we have a lot of Chinese people here, and I've been attending some Mid-Autumn Festival events, which is the second biggest Chinese holiday, and they have mooncake. If you ever heard of that, so just a little check in here. I know that some people have tinnitus where they struggle with it for many years, and they have ups and downs with it, where maybe like something sets it off and then the sound gets much louder. My tinnitus has been pretty consistent. I have a constant high-pitched ringing sound, and I can hear it just as loud now as I could when I first got it, or first, you know, started really struggling with it about 2021, early 2021. So it's been 3.5 years now, and the difference is I for one just slowly got where I didn't bother me anymore. And I had a nice conversation with a friend the other day who was struggling with a little different thing. And what happens to us is we get quickly programmed to think about something in a certain way. In my case, I suddenly got the sound and I couldn't make it go away, so I started saying things to myself that were very, they were programming my mind. I was saying, "Oh my gosh, I've got to make it stop. I've got to find a way to. It's terrible. I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about it." But those are sort of like those statements that I was making. I can't stop thinking about it. Well, if you say that, then it's probably going to become true. Granted, when you first have a new problem like that, where the sound is just new and you don't know what to do with it, and you want to make it go away, you're going to say things like that. Most people will. But what happens is it's sort of like a programming of the brain. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't sleep. Those statements become your reality. So the discovery I made that really got my whole YouTube channel started was that I said, okay, I'm going to say the opposite. I love the sound. It's a beautiful sound. It's like the universe. I feel safe. I can meditate on the sound. It's a beautiful sound, and I like it. It's all counterintuitive. Why would you say things like that? And the first thing probably you'll think is, well, it's not true. Well, but it becomes my truth. When I say it again and again and again, I like the sound of my tinnitus. It's a beautiful sound. Like, it becomes my truth. I make it my truth. I accept it as part of me, the beautiful person that I am. And, I know, besides tinnitus, I'm a person who, there are certain times in my life where I was very negative and just saying terrible things about myself. Like I can't make enough money. I keep saying that again and again. Well, it's going to become true, right? But there are steps that I can take to grow in how much money I make. And it may take some time and planning, but I can make more money. It's like, but when we repeat things over and over again, that's what really makes things get really, really stuck. So they get really, really stuck. So the alternative is to just ask yourself, do I want to keep talking like this for the next month, for the next year, for the next 5 years? Am I going to keep saying over and over again, I can't stand it, I can't sleep, I'm always anxious, these kinds of things over and over again? Well, do I want to go, how much longer do I want to make that my reality? Or do I want to change what I say about myself and do something different? And sometimes, maybe just like, what was his name? Perry? I forget his name already, from Jane's Addiction. You reach a point where you just get a little angry, and that's one step higher than feeling hopeless. It's a level higher. Sometimes you do have to get angry and say, look, I'm done with this. I'm going to stop talking like this to myself. I'm going to, find a way to say, I love tinnitus, but because a lot of times what we say to ourselves is just bullshit. We're making our lives more miserable, and we have to turn it around. And so that's what my video is about today, is that, maybe if you're struggling a little bit today, it's time to come up with a new couple of sentences to say to yourself that might help sort of reprogram you in the right direction. Can you think of a couple of good sentences that you need to say to yourself that would help you to remember to think in the right way about yourself? Maybe post in the comments. Maybe it'll help me too. Okay, have a good day. I'll see you.